What's up, everybody? It's Rage from SageNtheRage, and today we're going to be going through kind of a Demon Hunter wish list for the holidays coming up. Our Christmas wish list out of the new raid coming up. Now, these are based off being around the demonic spec because our tier set really enhances demonic play, and that seems to be the way to go. So what we're going to be doing is taking a look at all the bosses, what they drop, and where we're going to be wanting to use our bonus rolls as we go through this raid. And my kind of set piece and items that I'm aiming for, at least in my head, of what I think is going to be the best stats for me and best items. The first one is the Garathi Worldbreaker. He's the first boss, and that's awesome because he comes with relics that we really want to aim for. The Doomfire Dynamo reduces the cooldown of Unleashed Demons by, so many seconds per rank that you have. And with the Netherlight Crucible, we can also get Critical Chaos on this, allowing you to have both Vel slots give you, if you get the right rolls on the the Netherlight Crucible, 2 stacks of Unleashed Demons and 2 stacks of Critical Chaos on top of our weapons. So this is one, because it's right away up front, we're going to want to use our bonus rolls on it. We're going to want to go after it and get this. The other reason I say use a coin on this first boss is these shoulders. For me, I'm going to be using tier gloves, tier legs, tier chest, and tier cape, and avoiding the shoulders and the headpiece. The headpiece because I'm going to be aiming to use Radons as a legendary to help reduce my I-beam cooldown while I'm playing demonic so that I can keep getting that 40% haste faster. And also the shoulders because the tier shoulders stats are really not that good. We're going to cover those later when they come up in another boss. But these crit mastery, really good for demonic. This is a boss that's just loaded with good loot for demon hunters, and he's right away, so you have a very good chance of very early on getting what you're after off this boss, because you're going to clear him all the time. Moving on to the Fell Hounds of Sargeras, there's really not a lot here that stands out. The Shadow Artifact trait that comes with it isn't that great. I mean, obviously, if it's an item level upgrade, you want to go for it. The neck piece is Versatility Mastery, not a good combo. We always kind of want crit. Chest piece is okay, but we're going to be aiming for that tier chest piece. And this trinket right here, I have this set to Heroic, by the way, loot, because that's kind of where I'm going to be aiming quite a bit. This trinket has about a 50% uptime on both of these buffs. The strength or agility by 5,000, and then the crit by 2,000, so on. It is a decent trinket, but a 930 stat stick can perform slightly ahead of it because it has 100% uptime of half of those stats all the time. So it's kind of a weird little trinket. I suppose if it dropped really high item level in Titanforged, you might want to play with it, sim yourself with it, and see what it does. But the Fellhounds are not one I'm going to be using bonus rolls on. I can't see myself really doing that. I'll probably pick up this trinket when nobody else wants it later on in the raid. Antoran High Command, you got your Fell Reaper Drape. Definitely something worth going after. I would totally use a bonus coin on this till I get it because it has crit and mastery. Both awesome stats for the spec we're going to be playing in the new raid with this tier set. Other items off this boss, Chaos Nova stuns a target, whoop-de-doo. Fiendish Leather Bracers, they do come with crit and haste. It's not a bad bracer. It's probably one of the better bracers out of this raid zone, even though it has haste, and that's not a stat we really prioritize as demonic build. But there isn't really a lot of other options on bracers inside of this raid. Me, myself, I'm going to be going after Mythic Plus and trying to find some bracer slots inside dungeons to fill out the stats that I want. But I would go after these bracers if I didn't have those. Portal Keeper Hazabel. She really doesn't have a lot to look at. Reducing the cost of I-beam is not a bad Shadow Relic. If it's an item level upgrade, I'd take it, but I wouldn't use a bonus roll for that relic. The neck, crit versatility, it's pretty good. The necks are kind of strange in this raid as well, as we're going to see, but crit is on there, versatility is not bad. This might be one that I actually use, but I'm not going to purposely bonus roll for it, at least not right away in the beginning. The gloves are haste versatility, just avoid at all costs. Fingers, haste, versatility, avoid at all costs. But this belt, crit and mastery. Bread and butter for demon hunters. I will be using bonus rolls till I get this belt off her. I'll probably wind up with everything else first, just like all of us will. But definitely aiming for the belt on her. A&R the Lifebender, she's got a decent Shadow Relic. Increases damage of Demon's Bite by 30%. It's not that great, but it is a damage increase. I wouldn't use a bonus roll for this relic. I would use a bonus roll or the tier chest, because I'm going to be using that in my 4 set, because I'm using a different set of shoulders, and I'm using Radons for the helmet. The other thing that is on her that's pretty good is we've got these boots, crit mastery. Again, so you have 2 items here. I would totally be using a bonus roll on this boss till I get these items. Iminar, the Soul Hunter. You got your Fell Reaper legs. That's really about it. The rest of this stuff is not statted that well for demonic, doesn't have any crit. This comes with 1,103 crit in heroic mode, versatility, and it's the tier piece that we need to finish our 4 sets. So I will be using a bonus roll here. Hopefully, for all of us, we avoid those other items, but, you know, RNG. This one right here, Kingaroth's Oil Sump. This is not a bad Shadow Relic. I wouldn't use a bonus roll on it, but increasing the damage of I-Beam could play out really well with this tier set and how we operate with it, so that's not a bad thing. You got your gloves, which you're going to want, because that's another piece that we're filling out. The boots are crit haste with high on the haste. I would avoid these boots. I wouldn't use a bonus roll after these boots. I'm going to hopefully get the gloves quick and get out. The Fell Relic increases damage to throw glaive. Nah. Then we got the finger here, crit and mastery. So this boss has a crit mastery ring, our tier gloves, and a mastery trinket that has some really cool effects. That lays fire mines at the enemy's feet. They detonate after 15 seconds. With a 30-second cooldown, you can choose to detonate those mines when you want. This is a neat trinket, although it's not high on the Sims right now as far as I've seen on forums and MMO Champion. So you've got a decent Shadow Relic, gloves, and a ring. I will be using bonus rolls on Kingaroth, definitely. Varimathras, he's got our chest, and the Seeping Scourgewing. Seeping Scourgewing is one that's used in a lot of Sims right now on Demon Hunters. This is a great trinket. It procs a lot. It does a lot of damage. It's versatility, but it is a great trinket. So I'll be using them on Varimathras as well. The Coven of the Shavara, not worried about these tier shoulders. These bracers are... The hands, I'm going to be using tier gloves, so I can't take these, even though it is crit mastery. And then the finger is crit haste. We do not want 2,300 haste demonic. This haste is not something we need. So this is a boss where I'm never probably going to use a bonus roll, ever, under any circumstance, unless something really changes. So I would definitely not be using it there. Aggramar. Got our Fell Reaper Hood. We're not using that piece. Not worried about it. Fell Relic. We've got our ones off our first boss that will be going. And Demon's Bite damage is, you know, it's a DPS increase again, but not that great. Cloak. We'll be using our tier cloak. Legs. We're using our tier legs. And this bad boy is not a good trinket for Demon Hunters. I haven't seen too many people get good results with it. I haven't gotten good results with it. If you're a high haste class, like a Fury Warrior, this thing is a very nice trinket. It's, whew. Great trinket, but as we're not stacking haste and you need those melee attacks to go off to grant those chances, I think in my previous videos, I did 2 rounds of testing on this, and I only got 1 proc per minute at best out of this trinket. And the Scourgewing just totally blew it out of the water. So I will not probably be using any bonus rolls on Aggramar. So Coven of the Shavara and Aggramar, I'm not going to worry about using any bonus rolls or going after stuff. Then we get to Mr. Loot Pinata, Argus the Unmaker. Decent Fell Relic, nothing to go after. This Shadow Relic. This is harder to get because it's the last boss. But this increases your critical chaos. Volatile Soul Fragment includes critical strike damage. We want this. It's going to also maybe, with the Netherlight Crucible, give us Unleashed Demons. And if we pair those with the Fell Relics, there's a very high probability that you could wind up with 3 extra bonus rolls towards Unleashed Demons and 3 extra stacks of critical chaos, which would just be huge. This is something that I'm going to be aiming for and using a bonus roll on. The neck has a ton of crit and some haste. If you're good on mastery and versatility and stuff, and you know you're at a point where you feel like you could suffer having some haste, this would be a great neck. The crit on this is extremely high, and we will not be using the legendary neck, or at least I won't be with what I'm setting up. So there's that. Chest piece, not worrying about it. Belt is haste, heavy on haste, no good. Versatility mastery on the ring, no good. Amanthul's Vision, obviously everybody wants this trinket. There's going to be some stuff on how that gets distributed. And then we've got Golganov's Vitality. This trinket is, as far as I've seen, not used in a lot of single target sims for Demon Hunters, even in Demonic build. I think it has its niches. It can be upgraded to 1,000. I would pick up and go after this trinket only if everybody else is kind of passing on it and it's just going to go to waste. I would pick this up. You know, it could get changed, could get buffed when you up the item level. It could be great on AoE fights with tons of mobs. Could be a very good trinket for that, but I wouldn't aim for it. So really, off Argus, I only see one piece of loot that's super enticing, minus sans the legendary, and that is the Volatile Soul Fragment. So that takes care of all the slots that we'll be going after. So again, going through it, Garathi Worldbreaker, use those bonus rolls. Fell Hounds, don't really worry about it. Antoran High Command, use them. Portal Keeper Hazabel, use it. A&R the Lifebender, use those bonus rolls. Iminar the Soul Hunter, try to get those tier legs. Kingaroth, There's some very nice things here. You know, you got your gloves and your ring. Definitely use a bonus roll here. Varimathras, want this trinket, want this chest. Use your bonus rolls. Coven of Shavara, don't bonus roll. Aggramar, don't bonus roll. And Argus the Unmaker, we're really after one good shadow relic. And that's the beauty that we only have one shadow slot on our weapon. So hopefully we can get it pretty quick. And then however the legendary drops, that could be a guild thing or an individual loot system you have no control over. So those are where I'm going to be aiming and pieces that I'm going to be aiming at. I hope you found that helpful as you go out to play Demonic. I will say I have recently made the switch to working with Demonic Spec, and I'm actually enjoying it as of late. And I'm actually, you know, despite all of my other videos, I'm coming out and saying I'm enjoying playing the spec, and I'm looking forward to rocking this raid with this tier set. It has shaken things up. Other spec with Chaos Blades was getting kind of repetitive and boring. This at least keeps me looking at where soul fragments are, when I can use them, when I cannot use them, when I want to rebuild my I-beam, take down the cooldown, manage my Fury a little bit more. It's a little bit more engaging. And I was leery to go that way, but loving Demonic, and want to say thank you for everybody on your support on the channel. Like and subscribe, leave some comments down below. Let me know what loot pieces you're going after. If you think any of the pieces I'm going after aren't worth it, or if you agree with what I'm aiming for, let me know down below, and we will catch you later. Rage out.